Dr. Aphra issue 38 sees Aphra try and get Vader to trust her this once. Vader knows the prisoner speaks Jedi phrases and knows other things, but Aphra tries to tell him that her father is just a scholar and not worth torturing. Her father thinks that she has also been captured as the interrogation specialists arrive. The specialists are revealed to be 000 and BT-1, whom Aphra tries to be friendly with again, but they shock her since they do not recognize her. Veers says that they found them on the ring of Catherine and installed restraining bolts and wiped their memories. Vader orders them to interrogate Aphra's father and for Aphra to not interfere, telling her the Empire makes its own history and has no use for rapport. Aphra tells her father to tell them anything, but he finds what Vader said about the Empire's own history to be garbage. As he talks about an old prophet, Aphra tries to get him to be reasonable, wondering why he's been out there chasing religious nonsense since she hasn't seen him for 2 years and she needed him. He says that people don't change and the best they can do is to shield those they love from the defects they have, even if it means keeping them far from them. Velada meanwhile walks out of the temple she has been left on. She turns on Aphra's message, which hopes that she isn't mad she was left behind, and hopes one day she will thank Aphra since she is dangerous to be around and the kid is safer without her. 000 meanwhile says that Aphra's father says about changing is wrong, since he knows people can change when they are killed and left to rot. Aphra pleads with him to tell them about the rebels, and upon learning about this has all been about the rebels, he says that they have ruined many pristine temples and they are savages, so of course he will help the Empire. Veers and Aphra tell Vader that the rebels were on an old asteroid base once belonging to a Force cult, but Aphra's father was forced to leave by them after they gave him some rations. Vader says that he will see to the shrine himself and Aphra will be coming with him. Aphra wonders what will happen to her father and learns that he will be coming with them as well. Heading to the asteroid Helix, Vader leaves the Aphras in the company of BT-1 as they set up their scans. He disappears into the temple, leaving Aphra and her father to get reacquainted, but her father is more engrossed in his work, realizing that they are in the temple of the Jadoon school. Aphra says that he sounds like Professor Ood, and he knows the famous professor, but Aphra doesn't reveal that she got the scholar killed. Soon they find where the rebels were camped in the asteroid, finding some seeds that indicate that they were merely stopping over on this asteroid, and Aphra tells BT to go and get Vader and tell him, but the droid keeps its guns trained on the Doctor. Vader meanwhile faces the forces of the temple, sensing the strong force connection it has. He's confronted by the ghosts of his past life, but fights through them, saying that he's not some lost boy anymore. He carves his lightsaber through the darkness and destroys the red pillar in the middle of the temple, saying no more fools will pray at this altar for things they cannot take. Vader leaves and Aphra steps out of the shadows, wondering what he meant by lost boy. Vader orders the site to be shut down immediately, planning on leaving, but Aphra wants to continue to explore. However, Vader calls for BT to tell the bombers to come and destroy the place. Aphra's father tries to reason with Vader, but he force throws the man against the wall, boarding his shuttle and telling BT that he needs only one Dr. Aphra, and they have the shuttle ride back to decide which one lives and which one dies. On the ship, Aphra tries to talk it out with her father, but again he talks about the martyrium of frozen tears and how he regrets never finding it. He asks his daughter about her regrets, and she would rather think of the positives since there are a lot less of them. She tries to talk about their choice, but he again refuses, again talking about some of the old cultures he's seen. He even asks his daughter what she's been doing, and she tells him about all her adventures and how she fell in love and ruined it, making nothing better in the galaxy. Her father says that she has lived, however, and all the things that she's seen and done never stopped her feeling, and he's proud of her for that. He tells the droid to shoot him, but suddenly the shuttle is snared in a tractor beam. As the borders breach, the stormtroopers move in to defend the general, but a stun bomb disables everyone aboard. Outside, Tolven's strike team moves into the shuttle, looking for Aphra, but only finding her passed out father, as Aphra has snuck into the shuttle's maintenance tunnels, hiding from Tolvan, who orders her men to find and kill her. Dr. Aphra issue 38 continued the tomb raiding last issue returned the book to, as well as Aphra's reunion with her father, who continued to be an absentee father even when he's actually there. I do like all his muttering, and through that, Aphra was able to learn a little bit about him and learns her father is actually really proud of her for what she has done, which was a nice moment and a long time coming for the woman. Vader's continued search for force-powered places is pretty cool and builds off the stuff seen in Charles Soule's Vader books, so that's pretty awesome to see that continue on here. With Tolvan back on the scene, I can't wait for her violent reunion with her former flame Aphra. I'm going to give this book an 8.5 out of 10.